Hello everyone, Jared Beck of Beck & Lee in Miami, Florida, here with another video update on the lawsuit that we filed against the Democratic National Committee and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, also known as Wilding versus DNC. I wanted to provide this video update to address a couple of developments in the case, as well as some of the other issues outside of the case that I know people may be interested in. First of all, I'm pleased to report that service of process has been effected on the defendants. I have here two documents which are known as affidavits of service, which are sworn affidavits filed with the court, which come from the process server with OneSource Process Inc. in Washington, D.C., which serve as evidence that the complaint was served on the defendants. And in fact, we were able to videotape the service of process itself, and we uploaded those videos to our Facebook page. So anybody interested in the mechanics of how process of service works in a lawsuit might be interested in checking out those videos. Under the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, there are 21 days within which the defendant has to appear and answer the complaint running from the date of service. And according to the affidavits here, service was effected on July 1st. So at this point, we are still waiting for the defendants to make an appearance and respond to the complaint. And the second piece of news I have is that we are currently working on and about to finalize and file with the court an amended complaint, and I have a copy right here. The allegations and the claims against the defendants are substantially the same as what we set forth in the original complaint. The only real difference is that we made a decision to remove 4 plaintiffs, 4 class representatives from the lawsuit who also happen to be Bernie Sanders delegates. And the reason we did that is because after we filed the case, we received word that there may be an effort by the DNC to decredential Bernie Sanders delegates who were participating in our lawsuit as class representatives. And in decredentialing them, they would be effectively blocked from entering the convention and participating as delegates. So we looked at the issue. Personally, I think if that's true, that would be a highly improper attempt to retaliate against a plaintiff for asserting his or her rights in courts. But we looked at the issue and decided that the best course would be to simply file an amended complaint and remove those 4 class representatives from the case. And so that's what we are in the process of doing. For those interested in the procedural background to this particular amendment, the rule of civil procedure which permits us to do this is Rule 15A, which states that a party may amend its pleading once as a matter of course within 20 days after serving it. So under Rule 15A, we have what's called an amendment as a matter of right, and this complaint is our amendment under that rule, which has the intention of mooting any argument or grounds that the DNC might try to come up with to try to disqualify somebody from participating in the convention as a delegate simply by virtue of serving as a class action plaintiff. And also we took the opportunity to add an allegation in the amendment, which I think is interesting and noteworthy in that it shows just how much support we have for this lawsuit. We've received over 1,000 retainer agreements from people who wish to actively serve as class representatives in the lawsuit. And not only that, we've received well over 13,000 inquiries from potential class members seeking more information about the case. And I can tell you that these kinds of numbers are unprecedented in my experience as an attorney, and really indicate just the amount of support and the groundswell of interest in the claims that we are pursuing against the DNC and Debbie Wasserman Schultz for fraudulent conduct and other related claims based on their failure to be neutral and impartial with respect to all of the candidates for the Democratic nomination. So those are the two updates that I wanted to address with respect to the lawsuit itself. Obviously, there was, as everybody watching this video probably knows, yesterday there was a big development in the political scene when Bernie Sanders appeared in New Hampshire with Hillary Clinton and officially endorsed her. I, like many other Bernie Sanders supporters, I think like a lot of other Bernie Sanders supporters, was initially very frustrated by this appearance, maybe a little bit angry. I personally felt that Bernie should have at least withheld any endorsement through the convention next week. That said, upon reflection, I really can't say that it's a bad political decision for Bernie Sanders to endorse now. Obviously, this progressive movement is not just about Bernie Sanders. It's not about one man. It's about everybody who is concerned and interested in political causes becoming active and becoming conscious and becoming involved in the political process. And so I think that's always been Bernie Sanders' message from the beginning. I understand that he had a conference call with his delegates yesterday in which he made it very, very clear that he wants everybody to show up in Philadelphia, show up at the convention, and continue the fight for the issues that he believes in. So a little bit of disappointing news yesterday, but at the end of the day, I think that the movement is alive and well. There's a lot of work to be done, and we're going to continue our part in this lawsuit to litigate the claims against the DNC and Debbie Wasserman Schultz that we have on behalf of all of the proposed class members, and we'll keep providing you all with updates as the case progresses. And I look forward to getting your comments and questions and hearing from you in various ways, whether over email or in social media, and we'll be in touch. Thank you for watching.